Alright, yo, trade recap. Let's get into it. I've decided, wait, hold on. Alright, I've decided to, make, what, not post trade recaps on YouTube. All of the trade recaps will now be in recordings in my Discord, in my free Discord. Or, should I? Alright, no, forget about that. Why would I do that? That's pointless. Yeah, that's pointless. Alright. Let's get into a trade recap, right? How could I do this? Alright. Start off at the 1 hour. Alright, so coming into the market, I was bullish since we had like an unfilled hourly below. We created low resistance liquidity prior to open, so I wanted to see an open low high close, but we ended up closing below this hourly, just dumping. I wasn't expecting this sell side to get hit, because I thought this was protected, but since it got hit, and on a 30, since it got swept, and on a 30-minute, or I mean 15-minute and 30-minute, we opened up a rejection block, which we tapped into, and from that rejection block, sponsored a 15-minute, which opened at 10:30, and then 10:30 also opened this unfilled 30-minute above. So here's the case, right? Multiple people got stopped out. I'm not sure why this is glitched. Alright, after tapping into this 15-minute at 10:30, multiple people took this inverse, this 1 minute inverse, targeting the 30-minute, like stop at the candle low or swing low. Yeah, and they got stopped out. I entered that trade on my eval, since I did like the inversion. Honestly, I can't lie to you, but like if you strictly follow your rules, then it just prevents you from losses like that on evals. But yeah, I followed my rules on the funded, and I waited for the funded. I waited for it to actually sweep out or get stop hunted on my fundeds, right? And then there I took the trade on my fundeds. Alright, so we opened the 15-minute at 10:30, and then we tapped into it at 10:30. And then what? And then right here, if you go to the right on ES, when we tapped into the 15-minute gap, on ES we basically didn't tap into anything. But we did have this 5-minute intermediate low, which was unfilled, which we haven't tapped into in the new PO3, which would be 10:30. So for 10:30, I need to see both assets manipulate to a key level. So in this case, the key level would be this 5-minute intermediate low, and for NQ would just be a resweep of the 15-minute intermediate low, and then yeah, that's exactly what we got at 10:44. So yeah, you could enter right here, up here, on NQ, and you would have gotten stopped out. What else? Yeah, because right here is one. Then we created an SMT. So if we got like the 2-minute IFG after creating the SMT, I'd be gladly taking it, since once again, NQ will be delivering off this 15-minute gap, and then ES would be delivering off the 5-minute intermediate low. But NQ was nice to us and swept out the intermediate low, the 15-minute intermediate low, creating a turtle soup and a 2-minute IFG. And then once we got that turtle soup, or once ES swept that 5-minute intermediate low, then we created an SMT with NQ. But then once we swept the 15-minute intermediate low, creating the turtle soup, we created a bullish SMT at 10:38 with 10:44 on ES, right? Yeah. Wait, hold on, let me think. Yeah, because that's when we or was it? Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, because that's when Wait, let me think this through. Let me pause this real quick. Alright, okay. So let me just explain it, right? So 15-minute right here, we tapped into it before 10:30, but ES didn't tap into anything at 10:30. So we got stop punted, or the people who took it got stop punted. And then waited for ES to take out the 5-minute intermediate low. Then we got a bullish SMT, but NQ was nice, and we re-swept the 15-minute intermediate low. So yeah, just because we swept like a new key level, I guess, on NQ doesn't mean that ES also has to, since it's already delivering from this 5-minute intermediate low, and we just use this turtle soup as like an SMT confluence, added confluence on ES, right? There's two, right? We not only did tap into this 15-minute, but then we also had this turtle soup, and then right here 5-minute ITO, and then this SMT with the turtle soup, I guess you could say, with the resweep that that NQ had with the 15-minute intermediate low. So yeah, that was my thought process, and then just went break even at the 30-minute. I think I saw Dodgy hitting a 1-to-1, but I'm no longer the type of trader that, you know, puts their stop down here, right? I like putting it to the swing low. I just think it increases win rate. But yeah, I used to do this, but I could try it out. But yeah, or I mean 30 minutes. So if you put that, yeah, I mean I could have hit a dub on a trade, but also could have lost, you know, because I've just had some experiences with NQ where it just edges your stop loss, I guess, maybe like a rejection block, or just rebalances a fair value, low time from fair value up within your stop loss range, and then before heading to your TP. So I just rather play it safe. But yeah, if you guys actually don't do that, but you gotta make sure it's actually like winning, right? Or winning system, or winning confluence. So that's it for the trade recap. Quick trade recap. I'm going to post this. I gotta figure out how to post my trade recap, my short term, because I'm having some trouble with it. But see you guys.